Greetings, QCS build fans, and welcome to another mini box. Now this one's a little different. So we've done the 3000 series. We've done, or not the 3000, the 1000 V series. We've done the 4800Us. This is its big brother. This is a 4800U. This one we're going to use for a 3D X-ray workstation PC. So this should have enough CPU power, 8 cores, 16 threads of Zen 2 performance, and then we should have enough CU on our Vega graphics, which is 8 cores. We got 8 compute units on this. On our Vega, that this should, with 16 gigs of DDR3200, running dual channel, and we're going to run NVMe, which most of the stuff runs off the server, so we don't need a huge drive. So we're just going to go with the Silicon Power 256 there, and go with that, and we should be good. So, but we have a little side test for this one. This one we're going to take and we're going to test it in the house over my wireless mesh network, and we're going to see if we can Steambox this to the big Antec Darkfleet computer out here, and see if we can use Steam to stream it, so that way I can play my Assassin's Creed on the big 65-inch TV versus having to play it out here. So, because occasionally, now that I'm single again, that, yeah, I kind of want to just, you know, sit and play video games, but, yeah, I don't necessarily want to sit out here and do it. I would rather play it on my big TV. So we're going to see if that's going to work. So, all right, well, let's get to the bench, put this thing together, and we'll get it tested. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this guy put together here. I do really like the packaging design on this. It's very simple, but yet it's very effective in how they work this thing. And then all of our goodies are under here. This were... Nope, that's the standoff. So this is your M.2 standoff. This is for a smaller standoff on this one, so that we don't need. This is our screw pack, which does have a short M.2 standoff, and it has an M.2 screw in it. That we will need. Power supply and power cord, and that is your VESA mount for. So you can either mount it to the back of your monitor, or you can mount it to the wall. And go back, look at our doctor office video, and you'll see how we implemented these for exam stations with the 4300Us. So, but yeah, I really do like the packaging on these because it's very simple, it's easy to get in and out of. It's actually organized in a way that actually makes sense. Unlike some of the Intel Nooks are just, well, I don't know what you were thinking, but yeah, no. Take all the bottom peely off of it. And of course, then you got side peely. There we go. Okay. That takes care of all that.
Alright. Go ahead and get this taken apart here. Now we've had a few of these deployed in the 4300Us for a little over a year, and God, they're such good little boxes. I really like these 4x4s. I've seen others by Gigabyte makes a version, and I've seen some others, and I don't know, the AsRock 4x4 industrial box, just, I don't know. It seems to be a far more thought out implementation. Now they do make the new, they just released, at time of filming, the 5800U. So that's a Zen 3 CPU with still the same graphics on it, except it's clocked up a little higher. So this one's 1750 megahertz on the 48. On the 58, it's 2000 megahertz. So you do get a little better graphics performance out of the same core architecture. It'd be really interesting to see when they come out with the new 7000s and we finally get RDNA 2 on these, how cool that's going to be. So now this is our SATA cable and our 2.5-inch mount. We're not going to use this, but we're going to go ahead and leave the tape and everything in here in case we ever want to add a second drive. We definitely can. Especially if you do solid state. If you do solid state, you don't really have to worry about the heat on this one as much as you do on the others. One other cool thing is, if you really wanted to, you can actually take the 4800U board out of this, and you can drop in replace a new 5800U board. So in case you had something fail on it, you can get a drop-in replacement board for this and hook it right up. So that's kind of cool. So alright, so let's go ahead and we're going to get this guy in here. Now, so with this, you can see we don't need what the extra tall standoff for, which is this guy here. This is in case you're using a 2260. If you're using a 2260, then you would use this standoff location. Instead, we're using a 2280, so it already has this little adapter on here. So we're going to get that lined up where it needs to go. Take out our M.2 screw. And on these, it's just a standard M.2 screw like you would have on any normal consumer motherboard. If you look back on the any of the servers where we've done M.2s, that has a different style M.2 on it, and so it's a different type of screw, and I've usually made mention of that a couple of times. Okay, there's that. And then get our RAM in here. And of course we're using G.skill, Ripjaws, DDR4 3200. I really like the G.skill's Ripjaw. it's not the fastest memory you can get. It's CL2222 2252, so it's not crazy fast, but it's super compatible with about anything. So okay, that's it. That's pretty simple. All right, so let's put this back together and then we're gonna get Windows loaded on it. Alright, let's get her hooked up and put her in here. Okay. All right. Dual channel, 16 gigs and 8x8. Perfect. Okay. Rock and roll. So, I don't remember if I've shown. So go in here. Got our trusted computing right here. And we got our onboard TPM. Now this does have TPM 2.0 already built in, so we don't have to worry about, so it is fully Windows 11 compatible. You don't have to worry about anything. So all you have to do is enable secure boot and you are ready to go. And you got NVMe, so there's our drive, 256, storage config. And we definitely want performance mode on this. Just going to change the power management settings to where they're a little more optimal for what we're going to do. Okay, F10 to save, and that's it. Okay, so, all right, we just plugged our flash drive in. I'm gonna go ahead and load that. And we can go ahead and load Windows. We're going to see how fast it will load Windows versus the 43. I bet it's going to be a heck of a lot faster because the 43 is only a 4-core, 4-thread unit, and this is 4 times the number of threads. 5 minutes. Now I can tell you from experience, on a 4300U, that normally takes almost 10. So, excellent. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get drivers loaded, we're gonna get Steam installed, and we're gonna test it. So, we'll be right back. Okay, so you can see we got everything set up here. So our 4800U box is set up. We've got Steam installed on it, and it's ready to connect to the big computer out in the office, which for reference, in case anybody forgets, it's a 5950X CPU, a 6800 XT Tai Chi video card, and it has 64 gigs of G.skill Elite Trident memory. So, alright. So let's see if this works. Hey, look at that. All right. Cool. And we're just going to do easy because yeah, we're not going to do the recap. It seems to work pretty well, so I'm going to call that a win. So it looks like there's a couple of little issues with the streaming part of it. So my guess is that's I feel like the controller is not intermittently wants to work, but the graphics seem really good. We're running on full ultra, doesn't seem to be too much lag. Seems to be pretty playable actually. So I would say all in all that's a win. So yeah. So yeah, I would say if you were going to use this for a streaming unit, I would say it works pretty well. And this is a 4K TV, so this is a Samsung 65-inch curve. This is a J-series? S-series. This is an S-series, so this is the first quantum dot unit before they came out with the QLEDs. This TV is about 4 years old. So yeah, I would say this works really, really well. So, alright, well, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll play around with more interesting combinations of hardware like this. Stay tuned. We've got more servers and more network stuff coming up. So, alright, well, thank you for watching, and bye for now.